All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Day two. You already know. Shout out to Ada. You know who you are. Double A. You know what I'm saying? Putting the battery in our back with a microphone. Appreciate you. Trying this out. Looks a little weird, doesn't it? Kind of feels weird, but we'll play with it. Everyone, bear with us as we figure out our flow through this digital realm of videoing ourselves. This could go very wrong very fast, but we're all going to find out together. Anyway, speaking of finding out together, back to where we were. Weird drums. All right, boom. So here we have our rear drums where we left off, and here we have
Gavin Denton.
this guy.
I'm always being helpful.
He's always being helpful. He's always here helping us do things. Like, look at him. Ready? Hold this. prime example of Gavin helping us right now. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, holes and studs. So we got to clean out all the whatever it's called in here. We got to clean out the inside of this drum to make sure it doesn't mess up our beautiful brake pads later on, and get new studs. We have new studs, by the way. The ones that fit, we got those. So we'll put those in. Moving on to the front. Before we get to our front assembly over there, we check out our shocks. Uh-oh, what's this? Oh, he's walking away from me. Shocks are done. Shocks are toast. These guys are currently welded on. So we would have to cut them off if we're going to redo our shocks. Just something to note. We do need to do our rear seal. We also do need to do bearings. And our front seal here as well needs to be replaced. Lower ball joint checks out. It's all right. Spindle. This is what goes into the ball joint. This is the outer race of the ball joint. He is welded on there. This is what happens over time. It's a common thing with these, at least from my experience. But ta-da! Guess what? Studs are welded onto the spindle. Love it. So these studs are not right for these holes. So we have the right studs for these holes. And we're going to stick those studs in these holes. In the new holes, my bad. We're going to get new. There's a ghost in the background. We're going to get new spindles, and we will insert our studs into those virgin spindles. And all will be right in the world. Moving on to our brakes over here. Brake calipers, check out. We'll have to clean these guys out a little bit. Our pins do not float right now. We need to break these guys loose. They're very much stuck. So we'll have to check those out. Also keep an eye out for hoses. This guy was kinked earlier, like literally really bad. So hopefully that still checks out and works. I might have a spare one. I probably don't, to be honest. Brake caliper bracket. Looks fine, feels fine. The lower control arm, the bushings feel really good, to be honest. The tie rod end, this guy is actually kind of tight. Like, he's not loose. So that's good. Inner tie rod feels good. Yeah. No side view mirror. Got to get that. Moving on to over here. Oh, man. Look at all this. Looks like a mess, doesn't it? Well, we're going to pull all this out. All this wiring harness is the old one. So from here on in, this entire section, we're just going to pull all this out because we're going to use the wiring harness for the engine that we're dropping in, which is not for this car, by the way. So we'll pull that out. We'll pull out some of this miscellaneous shit that's in here, get that out, and get this cleaned up. We're missing a headlight and quarter panel. Now, if you, once upon a time, when it was further daylight, you could look back there and probably see the figure of a 95 Toyota Paseo, which you probably can see right now, actually. So that's going to be our donor car. And so that's where we'll find all scraps and bits and pieces and such. We might also find more suspension. So we might grab the shocks off of those, see what that feels like, and slap that on if we choose to do so. But this is the current condition of our wonderful box of marbles that we wish to throw around the racetrack for hours and sweat profusely and maybe fart a couple times. Oh, yeah. Brake booster needs to be finish mounted. We do need a clutch master as well. So, yeah, with that being said, the next thing we have to do is going to be just take care of the brakes. That's going to be our first priority is brakes, taking this stuff out. Basically, all those things that I just mentioned is on our priority list. And as we continue to go through things, I'll point things out and we'll address them. And you'll be there for the entire ride. Enjoy it. Come along. Be part of it. And with that being said, catch you on the next one.